Hello? Happy Sunday, twin. What you up to? Went to church this morning. Now I'm just getting back from a movie. Oh yeah? What you see? Sinners. Really? Sinners? On the church Sunday? Is that a problem, Padre? Padre? Hey, I'm just saying, that's quite the contrast, no? Wow. When did you decide to join the A-Man Agents? I didn't know you were a member of the Worship Watchdogs. Or is it the Faith Force? What are you, a morality marshal? Who are you, the penance police? All right, easy. Just tell me what you thought about the movie, man. Well, first off, it was really dark. Oh, that's scary, huh? No, I mean the exposure was really dark, but the cinematography was beautiful. Ah, I see. Anyway, it starts with a narration saying how there are legends of people born with the gift of making music that can pierce the veil between life and death. Spooky. Then we're in 1932 Mississippi, where a young man named Sammy, who goes by Preacher Boy, drives up to a church and goes in looking like death. Like death? What does that mean? Like he's dirty and bloody, his clothes are ripped, and he's carrying the neck of a broken guitar. Damn. Yeah, his face is all clawed up, like Shinzi from The Lion King when Simba gave her that pride land paw. Seems like he barely made it there alive. Is that why he's at church? To get right before he succumbs to his animated lion cub face wound? Well, we cut to the day before and we see Preacher Boy picking cotton, then wakes up his siblings before staring out longingly at the world. Then he goes to church and talks to the pastor, who's also his father. What does his father want? For Preacher Boy to stop dancing with the devil so he doesn't follow him home. Not an unreasonable request. It's his home too. So then Preacher Boy gets picked up by his twin cousins, Smoke and Stack, and they want him to come and sing in their juke joint they're planning to open that same night, even though they literally just bought the mill they're planning to have it in earlier that day. Oh, so do they start the juke joint that night only to find out that it's already haunted and that they have to fight this ancient evil off in a gory battle to the finish? First off, this is a vampire flick, so no haunting spirits. Second off, oh, don't you worry. It's gonna get crazy and bloody and wild. Nice. Towards the end of the film. What was that? So next, it's time to assemble the team. Assemble the team? Team for what? To work at Smoke and Stack's juke. But before they get everybody, we have a scene where Stack tells Preacher Boy his guitar used to be Charlie Patton's. And then Preacher Boy plays for Stack and surprises him by how good he can sing. Nice. What'd he sound like? Traveling. Stack like that? Well, he sounded much better than me. Eesh. So not long after that, we meet our antagonist named Remick. Yeah, there we go. Tell me about Remick. What's his story? What does he want? How does he fit into all this? Oh, you gonna love this. Remick is a vampire of old. Is that all? Yeah, pretty much. What happens in the scene, man? So we're at this old house just before sunset, and Remick literally drops into the frame out of thin air, and he's smoking hot. Oh, so he's a sexy vampire? Like Edward Cullen? No, he's literally hot. Like his skin is actually burning and melting off his body. Oh, right. Vampire's son. I got it. Yeah, he's being chased by these awesome, mysterious looking Choctaw Indians that you would love to know more about, but we'll never hear from again. Anyway, he finesses his way into a clan couple's house and turns them into vampires off screen. Then we head back to the juke joint. So don't get me wrong, the setup is great. The character intros, the world building, but I'm not exactly sure what's going on, man. Remember at the start, I said there was a narration about music so powerful it can pierce the veil? Well, it can also bring evil. So then Preacher Boy starts to sing, and we get one of the dopest scenes in film where past, present, and future combine to illustrate the power and generational connection to Sammy's music. Sounds like Sammy clearly has the gift. Do the vampires show up? Yeah, Remick and his gang show up, but they can't come inside without an invitation, which the twins don't grant. Do they ever get in? Well, Stack's girlfriend Mary goes outside and gets turned. Then she turns Stack, who the group then thinks is dead, but he comes back as a vampire, so they lock him in a room. What happens? Well, Stack is pissed for them keeping his pimpin' locked in a room. So eventually he breaks the door down, and Annie, the hoodoo lady, throws some pickled garlic on him and figures out he's a vampire. Well, it's a good thing Hermione was around. Yeah, Annie gives everybody the full-on tips and tricks for defeating a vampire. One of which is waiting for the sun to rise, which is due to happen within the next hour or so. So, do the vampires rampage since they know the sun is about to rise? Actually, the group goes on a rampage and kills tons of vampires. What? How does the group go on a rampage? Aren't vampires like 10 times stronger than humans? Oh yeah, you're right. Well, there's so many vampires that eventually the humans do get overrun, and Remick finally gets his long stiletto nails on Preacher Boy. Oh crap. Does he turn him? He monologues some exposition of his reasons for wanting to turn him, even though it's literally sunrise. But Sammy hits him so hard his vampire spawn can feel it, and then the sun comes up, so bye-bye Remick. Wow, that was an interesting movie. But if I'm being honest... And then in the next scene, Preacher Boy goes back to church, and we're in the scene where the film began. Simultaneously, Smoke is confronting the clan in a wild, bloody gunfight that leaves nobody left standing. Meanwhile, Preacher Boy denies his father's pleas so he can drive to the 90s and become a blues legend. Then, cut to credits. Wow, well, that was an interesting... And then there's another scene where a young Stack and Mary show up and offer Preacher Boy another chance to live longer as a vampire. But Preacher Boy says, no thanks. But that night you were brutally killed and turned into a soulless, undead monster whose spirit will never find peace. That was the best night of my life. Then we roll credits. Wow, that was an interesting movie, but if I'm being honest, I don't get what it was about. Who are the twins? Where the hell did Remick come from? What's the point with Preacher Boy? And then there's a bonus scene with Preacher Boy playing This Little Light of Mine on his guitar.